It's another nice bloody day, so I'm out making the most of it, as one does. And yeah, it's very, very nice out here. Sun shining, still a bit of a cold wind. You expect that, I suppose, on the hills. And it is only just the 1st of April. Haha, pinch punch. Oh no, it's past midday now, isn't it? Oh well, no April Fools then. But yeah, it's nice out here. Bit of blue sky. And I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. As indeed, I always do. The people who manage these fields planted a lot of brand new trees this past year or so. And they're all fruit and nut trees, which is wonderful. And here's a little, I think it's a plum. It's hard to tell, but it's got a lot of blossom on it. Might be a cherry, I suppose. It doesn't look like a cherry though. I reckon it's a plum. It's a prunus of some kind. Pretty though, isn't it? Now then, there's an old expression, isn't there? Ash before oak, you're in for a soak. Oak before ash, you're in for a splash. And it's all about which one starts leafing first. Well, at the moment, I'm looking at all the buds on the oak trees, and there's nothing going on whatsoever at the moment. They're all quite tight at the moment. So if I walk over here to a couple of ash trees and look over here, distinctive black buds. Nope, nothing going on here either. So which one's going to be first? And what's worse, a splash or a soak? Do you know what? We overlook daisies a lot of the time, but they're a very pretty little flower. And again, they're a nice early source of pollen for bees and butterflies, and they grow in quite profusion. So they're a good thing. Oh, look at this, look, next to some forget-me-nots as well. This is on the curb of a road. And lots of little white flowers, not quite sure what these are. I seem to recall they're called spring drabber. I'll have to look it up. It is lovely when you get a kite just hovering over the top of you like this. He keeps diving down, and I think he's looking for somewhere to land again, because he was on the ground just now picking up worms, I think, and bugs. I know I filmed it already, but this pussy willow is gorgeous this year. All that bright yellow is pollen, because if you get up close you start to see that the actual catkins themselves are white, but it's all the yellow of the pollen. It's the dusting of the pollen that makes them yellow, and they're absolutely heaving with it. The bees and the butterflies must be loving it. It's a very pretty tree. I've always liked that tree. In one of the earliest videos I did for this channel, I showed you this arch, which used to be a really nice big bent over, I think, from what I recall, I think it was a cherry tree that was bent over. May have been a hazel, but then it collapsed in strong winds a few years ago, and they planted this new one. And I think this is the first year I've ever seen it in leaf. It's a willow. I'm not sure exactly which kind of willow. I mean, there are lots of different types of willow, but yeah, they've planted a willow here now, and or two willows, and hopefully they'll all meet up and tangle eventually, and we'll have a new arch here. That'd be nice, won't it? I do like this area. It's quite wild, considering it's surrounded by houses. And look at that log over there. Look at this log. Just how much bracket fungus is there on here? This is extraordinary, isn't it? Turkey tails. And look, they start at the end of this log here, and look, just look. This is the most extraordinary display of turkey tails I think I have ever seen in my entire life. All the way up through there. Let's turn around a minute and give you a sense of the length of this. Look! Wow. This is all very weird. I've come to check out my wild garlic spot, and normally this is covered in it. There is some down here. There is some down here. Now this is good news, because this is all wild garlic, the stuff here. And it's so easy to tell that it's wild garlic. You've just got to pick a leaf, pull a leaf up, and you'll find it comes up, looks like this, and You've only got to break it and smell it. There's absolutely no mistaking it. A little bit of a taste. Oh God, yeah, so good. So I'm going to pick a few leaves here to take home. I'll use them with my dinner. I want some of this Jack by the Hedge as well, as wild garlic mustard, but this is all too much in the dog pea zone. That's a bit better over the back legs, that's behind a fence. Yeah, I'll pick some of that. See, this is lovely. You add that to pesto with your wild garlic. That's that little bite to it, a little mustardy bite. Fabulous. No idea what that is. I think that's the one that flew over here a little while ago. Looks like a vintage propeller aircraft. No idea. Well, I suppose people have vintage cars. Why not vintage planes? I certainly know Gary Numan. You know, him from Here in My Car. Him. Yeah, he's got a plane at the local airfield, or at least he used to. And he used to fly that one out of here. That was a propeller aircraft. Don't know if he still does, or even if he still got it. But I suppose if he got the money, why not? Indulge your passions. I would. Do you know what's frustrating me? I've been out for about half an hour and I've probably seen about 20 brimstone butterflies. Those beautiful lemon yellow leaf-shaped butterflies that are one of the first out in the spring every year. And not one of them has come anywhere near close enough for me to be able to get them on film. There's one just up ahead now, you can just see. And you won't even be able to see it on here. Nope, not a chance of you seeing that one. So yeah, it'd be nice if one just had a flyby, you know, or came within about 3 feet of me or something. That'd be good, I can capture it. But I'll tell you what's bugging me more is that this beautiful blue sky, look over that way. Yeah, that's not looking so healthy, is it? And the weather radar was saying possibility of rain in about 20 minutes time, so I think maybe I should turn around and start heading towards home now. Anyway, that's enough for today. You've listened to me enough. It's time for you to go home, and it's time for me to go home. So, noisy planes. Toodle pip.